a new deal. This does not mean the players will even agree to this. I believe the WNBA players are going to want to hold the league's feet to fire on this and not sign a deal.
This changes everything. The WNBA's 2026 season might not even exist. Yeah, you heard that right. The same league that Caitlin Clark practically dragged back to life is now hanging by a thread. And Cathy Engelbert, the commissioner herself, is reportedly spiraling because if this season crashes, her entire career goes down with it.
WNBA has offered players a 30-day extension to continue negotiations for a new CBA, sources told ESPN.
But here's the real twist. Caitlin Clark doesn't even need the WNBA anymore. She's drowning in multi-million-dollar offers from golf, baseball, and every global brand you can name. And while players are fuming, Cathy Engelbert just pulled one last desperate stunt to keep the league alive. But before we dive into the chaos, drop a comment. Should Caitlin Clark even return to the WNBA, or has she officially leveled beyond it? Share this video with your friends, because what's coming next will absolutely shock you.
It's stated in some CBA news from the show we have worked hard to be able to say on Friday, we did it. So unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I'm not hopeful that agreeing to a deal by Friday is going to happen.
It all blew up when the Players Association dropped a total bombshell. The WNBA and the union just missed Friday's CBA deadline, the one deal that controls every contract, every paycheck, and literally every season. Without it, the league flatlines. Instant chaos, players are livid. They're calling out Cathy Engelbert for dragging her feet on negotiations. And here's where it gets messy. Rather than fixing the crisis, Cathy tossed out a flimsy 30-day extension. A cheap Band-Aid on a gaping wound. And that's the exact moment the league started to crack apart.
Die. I'm telling you what I know. This is business. They cannot lose the momentum right now. They got the little, they got 1 million views on the damn finals and Caitlin wasn't even playing, bro. Like, what's the odds of something like that? Like, if they go on strike or anything, this league it's going to be hard to make up this ground.
Inside the WNBA headquarters, insiders say Cathy Engelbert was straight up panicking. She rushed into an emergency meeting, apologizing to players behind closed doors. But of course, her words leaked instantly. We're doing everything we can to save the season. Yeah, right. She's not saving anything. She's just stalling for time. The players are done waiting. They've seen what Caitlin Clark brings. Sold out arenas, record-breaking ratings, and global sponsors lining up. Now they want their piece of the pie. But Cathy's nightmare goes even deeper. If this deal collapses, players have options, and Caitlin Clark is living proof. After her RSM Classic performance, she's been hit with over $100 million in pro golf offers. And even baseball teams want a piece of her spotlight.
Collier name-dropping Caitlin Clark at every turn and every second she can, all while refusing to sit down and have a meeting with Cathy Engelbert and do negotiations. Like, she literally skipped out on a meeting to go sit down with Kamala Harris and continue to bash the lady in the media, which I'm not a Cathy Engelbert fan. I think she's a bonehead. I think she needs to be.
Teams are begging Caitlin Clark for appearances, and endorsement deals are stacking up faster than the WNBA can schedule a meeting. If she decides not to return, let's be real, it's not her loss, it's the league's funeral. Think about it. The WNBA finally landed a once-in-a-generation superstar who broke records, sent ticket sales soaring, spiked TV ratings, and turned merch into gold. And now, the same league that thrived off her shine might actually lose her for good. Fans everywhere are asking the obvious. Why would Caitlin Clark go back to a league that's crumbling? And honestly, they're not wrong. Because right now, she's bigger than the WNBA itself.
Players don't sign an extension. The strike is on. Point blank, period. No other way to put it. WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert acknowledged during the WNBA Finals that while she was hopeful both sides would meet the October 31 deadline, we have extended deadlines in the past. The source said the players might be willing to consider an extension under the right circumstances, but they don't feel those circumstances exist.
Hey, Jay, Wilson and Angel Reese are fed up, and they're not hiding it anymore. They're demanding fair pay, real respect, and long-term security. But Cathy Engelbert? She's trapped in a corner, terrified to admit she's losing control. So what does she do? Tosses out another flimsy 30-day extension just to kick the chaos down the road? But no one's buying it. Every player sees the desperation written all over it. The power balance has completely flipped. Now, the players run the show. Meanwhile, the sponsors are quietly freaking out. ESPN's entire broadcasting deal depends on a functioning season. And if the 2026 season collapses, that contract could vanish faster than Cathy's credibility.
By Friday. We have worked hard to be able to say on Friday, we did it. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, Drake said in the podcast episode, which aired Tuesday. In a dance, it takes two to tango, and it has been difficult to find a beat, to find a rhythm, and to find the same sense of urgency from the league. Let's just to be frank to get this done. It does take two to tango. You guys are demanding, and you're not willing to negotiate with your dance partner. You're not willing to dance.
Nike, Gatorade, and every major advertiser are ready to bolt. And the fallout wouldn't just wreck the WNBA, it would drain every player's paycheck. The irony? Caitlin Clark would still come out on top. She's not chained to this league anymore. Her name alone sells out arenas. She's gone global. And Cathy Engelbert knows it. That's why she's terrified. The league doesn't control the story now. Caitlin does. For the first time ever, one player holds more power than the commissioner herself. If Caitlin Clark walks, the fans leave, the brands follow, and the spotlight dies with them. But here's where it gets wild. Insiders claim this chaos was part of Cathy's plan all along. She allegedly pushed the talks past the deadline, thinking players would break first. Instead, it exploded in her face. The players stood firm, saying, "No more extensions. We want a real deal." That one rejection sent shockwaves straight through league headquarters. Now Cathy's cornered. If she pushes harder, the players walk. If she folds, sponsors bail. And the clock is ticking fast. The 2026 season isn't just a date. It's a do-or-die countdown. In the middle of it all, Caitlin Clark, calm, confident, untouchable, watching the meltdown from afar. And just when you thought it couldn't get pettier, the WNBPA clapped back at Adam Silver on Instagram, tagging him directly with a screenshot from his own interview. What they thought that would prove, nobody knows. Because every move they make still revolves around Caitlin's next step. So here we are, a league on the edge, a commissioner losing control, and a superstar holding the entire future in her hands. If Caitlin Clark walks away, the WNBA doesn't just lose its best player, it loses its identity. What do you think? Should Caitlin return to save the league or let it burn and build something bigger? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, subscribe, and share. Because trust me, this story is far from over. Far from over.